1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, they will be. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the innovation stage and the lunchtime session of Supplier Spotlights. It should say Supplier Spotlights, not Supplier Showcase, but never mind. So the first presentation this lunchtime is Peter Graham, Managing Director of Unipro.
Thank you very much. This is going to be short and to the point. 3 minutes we've got, so this will be punchy. This will be a bit more salesy. Okay. Slightly controversial, throw some stuff out there. The weight of legacy is lifting in the industry. It is lifting. Everyone thinks that AI is doing the heavy lifting. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's how that's used that matters. And the real challenge we have in the industry is just good enough anymore. We have a lot of old stuff. We have a lot of legacy systems, a lot of legacy workflows, a lot of legacy processes. Is that good enough any longer? We outsourced to a whole bunch of big international vendors. Is that good enough anymore? Is that really what we want? Utilization of that software, 70%. Cost going up 25% year on year. Big, difficult stuff never getting addressed. The roadmaps never seem to appear. They never seem to get delivered. They never seem to quite do what it is we want them to do to fix the challenges we have. And we're beholden to overseas vendors. Big challenge. When it isn't good enough, what do we do about it? Everyone's jumped on the GenAI ship. Has it sailed? Does it deliver what it said it would? Is it mature? Is it trustworthy? Would I hand my business over to GenAI and let it run it and spiral my people? Not this side of eternity. What I will do is I'll build agentic AI tools into the solutions that we develop. Our job is to develop bespoke, custom-build software studio. That's what we are. So whenever the difficult stuff needs to be done, you're challenged to get that gap filled. That's where we come in. That's what we do. We come in, we work to your specifications, we work to your requirements, 100% your software, 100% UK built and delivered, 100% owned by you, 100% of your roadmap. That's the sales pitch. That's what we do. All right. We'll fill the gap that the big overseas vendors can't fill, won't fill, too expensive to fill. You work with our co-partners OutSystems. They're an agentic AI enterprise low-code platform. We tend to use that quite significantly these days because it's rapid application development. That's the techie bit. But we're delivering real-world outcomes. So we're measured by our success in delivering the outcomes that you need. We fix the gaps with the data lakes, with the disparate data, with the old outdated systems. We repurpose, we reuse. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Everybody wants to rip and replace. Not if you don't have to. Why don't we start making significant incremental changes and improvements to take us to the next level for future-proofing? That's where we come in. And we love to chat to people about that. And that's probably the biggest sales pitch I've had to do in about 2 years, which has been really interesting. I'm out of time. Thank you very much for your time.
Is there a clicker?
So next up, we have Shalini Lala from ADROSONIC.
Hi everyone, am I audible? Cool. So, myself Shalini Lala, I am the head of digital insurance at ADROSONIC. ADROSONIC is an IT consulting services provider defined by care and driven by innovation. That means care is at the heart of everything we do. We care for our customers, our partners, as well as our associates. We believe that everyone deserves the opportunity to leverage the technology, even if they are not technology experts. That being said, we have witnessed that the most successful outcomes are actually powered by innovation, and the most impactful innovations begins with empathy. The empathy when we listen, we understand, and when we see the world through our customers' eyes. We don't shy away from constraints. In fact, we welcome them because we believe that they are opportunities for new experiments and to solve real challenges for you. We have been solving some of the biggest business challenges for our customers across the different levels of London market, be it carriers, underwriters, MGAs, as well as brokers for around 13 years now. Coming back to our mantra of care and innovation, our focus is always on delivering impactful business outcomes and not just projects. You can see some of the examples over here. One thing that we are most proud of is our 100% client retention rate. Moving forward, we provide services in 4 main areas. Intelligent automation, which is about eliminating repetitive steps, helping you saving cost as well as time. Data engineering and analytics, which is about end-to-end data solution providing be it governance, engineering, BI, and MDM. Then quality engineering, maximizing your ROI through top class quality services around automation testing, performance testing, functional testing, and a lot more. And then digital engineering. Across all of these, we have got innovation and AI embedded so that our customers and partners always have the opportunity to leverage leverage the best in class technologies and determine what works for them and what not. One of the examples for the kind of accelerators that we do is here at our booth, which is ADROSONIC Intelligent Data Platform. This is a modular enterprise data framework and accelerator built using the best of class tools and technologies to solve your data challenges or data issues end to end. It comes with a lot of benefits that you can see on the screen, starting with accelerated time to insights or enterprise-wide data unification. But most importantly, it makes you ready for your AI initiatives, because your AI is only as good as your data. So if you want to learn more or you would love to see a live demo, please join us at our booth next to the cloakroom. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, next up, we have, I believe, Ed Slade. I think so. I hope so. And I'm actually very proud to say that TIW Group have elected TINtech London Market to launch TIW neXus. So over to Ed.
Thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me. Yeah? Okay, so good afternoon. I'm Ed Slade. I'm Chief Commercial Officer at TIW. For those of you that don't know us, TIW have been providing document management and related services to London Market since 2007. And now for the first time, we've brought all of those services together into one enterprise cohesive platform, which, as Phil said, we're launching here today. And it's called TIW neXus. So, as well as our core content management capabilities, TIW neXus brings sophisticated APIs to connect your back office systems and market platforms. It brings process automation, harnessing the power of AI to no-code workflows. And it offers the ability to securely share and collaborate on all of this with your trusted trading partners. One of the biggest benefits we have as we have an advisory arm to our business, is that we get to listen in great detail to the challenges and opportunities that our clients face as they operate. We're able to feed this directly into our development strategy, and this has led to the creation of TIW neXus. We know that you have to manage multiple channels, some of it structured via placing platforms, but most of it unstructured via email. Typically, those channels do not converge until the last possible moment, so the data and the processes remain fragmented with a management overhead. This adds cost and regulatory risks to the business and puts pressure on margins at a time when competition for business has never been higher. So how can we help you embed operational efficiency and compliance certainty into your business? We leverage technology to deliver process consistency across all channels. Using tools, including AI, we take your unstructured emails and ingest, analyze, triage, and process the documents and data previously locked in your mailbox. APIs seamlessly validate that data and enhance the data associated with those documents and processes, all the time working with your data strategy and not creating additional data sets. The first time, you have an integrated platform which can help you connect your systems and collaborate with external parties without changing your enterprise architecture and maintaining multiple and evolving standards for data, messaging, and compliance. And all this comes with the audit and control needed in our heavily regulated world. TIW are proud partners of OpenText, the world's largest content management company, and in fact, one of the world's largest tech companies, full stop. Their engine is at the heart of our platform, providing the reassurance that comes with more than $1 billion of annual R&D and a focus on cybersecurity born out of a client base that includes most of the Western world's governments and defense forces. TIW neXus combines OpenText scale with TIW's insurance expertise, delivering a powerful platform that has been developed specifically to handle the complexity of this market. Our mantra is connect, automate, share, a mantra which resonates across this market and all who work in it. Please come and see us at our stand. We look forward to talking to you and telling you more about TIW and TIW neXus. Thank you.
If there's a red dot, it means that.
Send? Are you from Send? I heard it was Send. Yeah.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, old friend of mine, Tim Hatzis from Send.
Cheers, Phil. Hello, everyone. So yes, I'm Tim Hatzis from Send. We are one of the leading providers of underwriting technology into the London market. And today I'd like to share a point of view with you around what we see successful organizations do from a technology perspective and some mistakes to avoid. So firstly, if you speak honestly to underwriters in the London market, you'll generally hear the same thing. They're not getting the tools they need to do their jobs as effectively as they could. And that's not because carriers don't care. It's not because investments haven't happened. It's simply because underwriting has become ever more complex, portfolio-driven, and faster. The underlying technology to support all of that change just simply hasn't kept pace. The result is that underwriters tend to work around systems rather than being properly supported by them. Now, what's interesting is a lot of these challenges are nothing new. We've been discussing these things for 10 plus years at conferences such as this one. Things like fragmented tools, delayed or incomplete MI, or the inability to see across a portfolio. Ultimately, these challenges persist because we do operate in the world's most complex insurance ecosystem. It covers primary, delegated, facilities, reinsurance, and it's never standing still. So bearing in mind all of that complexity, I'd like to leave you with two simple ideas to consider. The first is that a single underwriting system solving all underwriting challenges is a thing of the past. Modern underwriting today relies on a number of different capabilities. Pricing tools, your data platform, portfolio analytics, exposure management, etc. The list goes on. Trying to force all of that into one monolithic system does not simplify underwriting. It tends to add complexity and reduce flexibility over time as well. The second idea is, if underwriting requires an ecosystem of tools today, that ecosystem needs coordination. It needs orchestration. It needs something that brings together work, brings together activity, brings together consistency and control, and a joined up view across the portfolio. Without this coordinating orchestration engine, you end up with pockets of value, which are great in isolation, but do not deliver true end-to-end underwriting outcomes. So, the key point. The underwriting orchestration engine doesn't differentiate anyone. Workflow, governance, controls, these are all run-of-the-mill things that all organizations need. Yet we see many firms spending millions and years building those same core capabilities in-house, and by the time they're finished, the resource, the capital, the time and attention are all spent. Resources that could have been used in truly differentiating underwriting. So what do we see the winners doing in underwriting transformation? They buy the orchestration engine, they stand it up quickly, and they focus their resources on differentiating where it truly matters. That's in your channel and distribution strategy. That's in your pricing and more. So one thing I'll leave you with is buy your orchestration engine and differentiate where it will make the most difference at the edges. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Okay, next up we have Aleksander Wlodarczyk from Solars.
All right. I hope I figured out how this works. Okay, pretty easy. All right. So hi everyone. My name is Aleksander and I'm here on behalf of Solars. As visible on my outfit, we're pretty much visible throughout the room, I believe, as we're all white. And either way, we are an IT consultancy and system integrator supporting insurers and brokers in their digital transformation journey from the London market and wider financial sector overall. So in Solars, for over 25 years now, we support insurers and brokers in their digital transformation journey and accelerating it and navigating through. We bring over 1,000 both business and technical specialists dedicated primarily to P&C insurance, but we've also built a team of over 100 professionals who understand the unique requirements and specificities of the London market. We have proven experience in both London market and UK general insurance implementations. We provide end-to-end core system implementations, both migration and greenfield, modern data architecture solutions, document ingestion using AI, support for Blueprint 2 readiness, credit control and finance, as well as reinsurance. Over the recent years, we've supported most recognizable and largest insurers, some of which you can see on the slide right here. In Solars, we understand how the entire insurance engine operates. So we can redesign the core of your business, modernize underwriting, pricing, claims, and reinsurance, and supercharge operations with data, cloud computing, and process automation. But what's really the most important thing is that we understand how all these elements interact with each other so that we can deliver a coherent and, in the result, a successful transformation journey. So we have partnerships with actually the tools and platforms that shape the future of insurance. So that means that we bring not just the expertise, but the right tools and technology into each implementation. So we have partnerships with end-to-end solutions such as Guidewire, Salesforce, and Duck Creek. We have modernized underwriting with Send, and we also provide modern data ecosystems with Snowflake and Databricks. But we have also partnerships with great tools such as Mia, Indico, Hyper-Exponential, NewGen, Smart Communications, who are also present here today during this very event. So why do insurers choose Solars? So there are four main reasons. The first one is an exclusive focus on insurance, as everything we do is centered around the insurance industry. The second one is we always deliver, as our battle-proven delivery model ensures us that if we start the project, we will deliver it successfully to the end. Next, the third thing is our London market expertise, as we have over 10 years of experience realizing projects here in the heart of London. And finally, these are our people who are the very best from the best, as we accept only 1.7% of all applicants. So whatever it is you're looking for in your digital transformation journey, please feel free to reach out. And thank you very much. Looking forward to talk to you further at the conference. Thank you.
Okay, next up, from Guidewire, we have Ann-Louise Hughes.
Thank you. Oops.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Ann-Louise Hughes. I'm a senior solution consultant at Guidewire. So Guidewire was founded 25 years ago with an aim to build a new claim solution that will put the filing cabinet and mainframes out of business. For decades, the industry has viewed the core system as exactly that, a digital filing cabinet or a system of record that would log what's already happened. But a core that only records your data is going to hold you back. And today I want to talk to you about the intelligent core that we enabled thanks to the Guidewire cloud platform. So with Guidewire Cloud, which has just had its 15th release, we now moved beyond transaction processing to cloud-native ecosystem where data analytics and AI can converge. So over the last 6 years, we've been focused on building a new system that doesn't just store the data, but can understand the data and act on it. And of course, the platform has all the normal business applications that you would expect from a core system, and is built on a secure, scalable, and evolving platform layer, and then enhanced by a growing number of application services, including AI. And of course, for this market, that also means native ECF writeback and IMR document handling, as well as supporting EBOT and ECOT standards. So you wouldn't just be compliant with Blueprint 2, you will be ahead of Blueprint 2. And with 3 annual releases, you can make sure that your platform is always in sync with the market's evolution. So the journey over the last 25 years in claims has been to digitize the claim file and then move to establish predictable workflows, and then to try to automate as much as possible. But what we are now doing is we're taking the first steps towards enabling the agentic adjuster. So embedding AI and GenAI into Claim Center to ultimately create an AI-driven claims assistant. So we are building capabilities today to automate document ingestion, and also summarizing those documents and notes, and then presenting the adjuster with next step recommendations. And where we can see that this has a potential impact on the bottom line is reducing LAE, so taking away some of that heavy lifting of reading and digesting complex specialty documents. If the AI can help you with that, we can reduce the admin cost and shorten the claim life cycle, and also by reducing the leakage. So the agentic adjuster can work alongside your claims handler as a co-pilot, surfacing those next steps recommendations, ensuring policy wordings are adhered to, and also spotting and showing you opportunities for subrogation or early intervention. So it's all about showing giving the adjuster the right insights at the right time for them to be able to make the best possible decisions. So finally, what could this look like for a London market claims handler? Well, imagine working in a system where your primary user face is a conversation, where you never have to type another note, and where the claim summaries are generated automatically by the system. And of course, this doesn't just apply to claims. Equally for underwriting, you can have an agentic underwriting assistant that will help you prioritize all those submissions that are coming in, and for managers to be fully aware of what their team is doing and who needs help and why. So that's the power of the intelligent core. Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next up, we have from Evalueserve, Viviane Ricieri.
All right, good afternoon. I'm Viviane Ricieri. I hope you guys can hear me well. Just wave if that's the case. Thank you. So we're here to talk today about Evalueserve. So Evalueserve is a company that focuses on understanding complex business processes and designing technology, custom technology, that that enhances those solutions. So today, the process that we want to talk to you about is really underwriting. And we want to talk about enhancing risk visibility to AI-driven insights. So when we speak to clients about the challenges that they see or the complexities that they see for underwriting in the current market, one of the top topics that we hear is there's a lot of data that we need to process for a submission. We should be looking at different sources of data. We're looking at submissions data, and it takes its time. At the same time that you need to do a very thorough review to underwrite quality business, you're also pressured to process risks faster and more efficiently without compromising the quality of your underwriting. So the way that Evalueserve has focused on solving this for our clients, it's really focusing on 3 key areas. How does this look like in practice? So first thing that we focused on is on providing deep risk insight. So we use AI to support the gathering of this data, as well as processing it through a very structured underwriting framework to ensure that we can surface risks faster. So surface exposures, surface all those risk factors a lot faster for the underwriter, and then allowing the underwriter to double click on the most critical aspects. We also combine that qualitative data that we have amassed through AI, that we have processed through AI, with quantitative analysis. So we combine that with loss probability models. We combine that with exposure on your portfolio, right? How does that risk really compare to how your portfolio is shaping? The second core topic that we want to focus on is on efficient risk processing. This is key to how we leverage AI on our solution. AI focuses on doing the heavy lifting for the underwriter. So it creates summaries, it signals early risks, and provides drafts of underwriting documentation, allowing the underwriter to really focus on the core and most important things of that process. And last but not least, we do want to highlight that our focus is on decision support and not on decision automation. In fact, given the bespoke nature of the specialty risks, we really think that human needs to be in the control all the time. Therefore, our solution focuses on supporting the underwriter efficiency rather than replacing underwriting with AI. So just to summarize, what our clients see when they work with our solution is really faster submission reviews and deep analysis around a particular risk, improve underwriting consistency, better use of senior expertise, and reduced manual effort. So AI is here really to help underwriting, not to replace the underwriter. So if anyone wants to hear more about it, please let me know. I'll be around in the conference and we'll talk about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Viviane. So next up, we have Dave Wilson from Softwire.
Good day. See if my slides will change. So I'm just going to give you a quick high-level introduction to Softwire. If you've never come across us before, we're a technology-agnostic technology company. So what that really means is we talk to our clients about what are you trying to achieve? What are the business outcomes that you're actually wanting to deliver? And technology is just the enabler, the means of actually helping you to achieve those kind of goals. So a little bit of information about us. We've grown organically over the last sort of 25 years. We're predominantly UK based. There's 450 of us, principally based out of kind of Kentish Town. We've been awarded the best #1 large technology company to work for 2 years in a row. And we've got really high retention levels. So last year, our retention levels were 96%, which basically means when we're delivering projects for our clients, we're not rolling people on and off. We're actually able to really understand what it is you're actually wanting us to actually achieve. And 80% of our revenue comes from existing companies. So companies that have trusted us to help them with their complex technical change programs, they've enjoyed the experience and asked us to help them in other areas. So we actually do 3 main things. So I'll do this Chinese style bottom to top. So we actually work across a range of different industry areas. We're working in media, entertainment and leisure. We're working across government departments, as well as actually working within the sort of financial and services space. So on the kind of product design and innovations stage, we actually have built the BBC Sport website, which is all about gamification. It's encouraging 4 million people to actually interact with the BBC website on a daily basis. And when you're interacting, not just checking a football score, but actually looking at, what is the likelihood of the first player to actually score first? How many yellow cards do you think this team will actually get? It's all about kind of interaction. So that is combining UI, UX with actually making sure that the correct data is in the right place for the right person at the right time. On the kind of digital engineering space, so we do lots of plumbing. So we help overhaul legacy estates that a lot of insurers actually have. So with the insurance world, people have access to so much data, but the data isn't always of the optimum quality. So how can we actually get data, improve the quality, validate it, enrich it, and make sure that the right data goes to the right person at the right time, so that we can actually help you to improve your business functions and to give you kind of greater insight into your business. Within insurance, the vast majority of programs that we've done over the last sort of 2 or 3 years have all been around data and AI. So from a data perspective, it's often about putting in place the building blocks for a good modern data strategy. So with Direct Line Group, for example, our first project, they said to us, we know we're a siloed organization. We know we have data in lots of different places. Can you come in independently and look at what data we have, where we have it, and what data lineage and data governance challenges we actually have? And then can you do some dashboarding so the exec can see what's going on? Great. We did that successfully. They then came back and said, we'd actually like to create a single view of the customer truth. So we built out a data warehouse for them that was pulling data from broker portals, policy administration systems, and claim systems. We enriched and transformed that data and then pushed that data warehouse to their front end systems. And so the agents could see that kind of single view of the customer truth. AI, there's a whole array of AI use cases we're helping people with. But again, that can be anything from automating submission. It can be helping to kind of triage which particular risks to actually work on. It can be helping you to improve your efficiency in the kind of claim space. So we're actually helping with all aspects of the oh, sorry, I'm being called off. Actually helping people across a range of different kind of AI projects. If you do want to kind of talk to us, we are at a stand just around the corner. Thank you very much for your time.
Sorry about that, Dave. It is brutal. So next up, we have Piotr Pieskes from Future Processing. Sorry, I made a mess of your name.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Hello. Our industry today is paralyzed by a landscape of disparate, disconnected systems, many of which had been in operations for 30 years or more. For too long, the perceived barrier to progress had been almost an impossible choice. On one hand side, endure the stagnation of fossilized technology structures, or face the risk and cost of a total system replacement. To understand why we are stuck, we can look at the problem from the perspective of Conway's law. This law tells us that a corporate IT architecture reflects how people who build it are organized and communicate. These rigid legacy systems are mirrors of siloed, outdated organizational patterns. So if you want to change the system, we must first change the way the components of that system communicate. For us at Future Processing, the answer is not rip and replace. We are a new kind of system integrator, one that combines three things in one operating model. First is a forward-deployed insurance expertise, a consultant embedded at the front line with a deep understanding of a niche insurance workflows, sanctions, endorsements, claims, not a generic IT abstractions. Second is an execution accelerating technology layer we call Future Connect, a platform that allows the consultant to map, integrate, and deploy value-delivering assets in days, not months. And finally, there is an enterprise-grade scale and compliance. We are a resilient 25-years-old organization that can operate safely under a scrutiny of a regulated environment. Our technology is more than an integration glue. Embedded in Future Connect technology is a process observability engine, capturing workflows as they run, giving carriers continuous visibility into their performance. This is our take on how insurers can regain control without replacing the core. One takeaway from this is that at Future Processing, our forward-deployed insurance consultants are more than advisors and engineers in a single body. They are elite operators of your most complex, niche insurance workflows. Thank you. And if you want to learn more about this concept, feel free to visit our stand at AWS Zone and perhaps meet a few of these operators.
Thank you, Pietro. And next up, we have Lisa Mullings of GitLab.
Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to be here. My name is Lisa. Has anybody heard of GitLab before? Be good to see. A few of you? Great. Well, I hope I can actually have whole hands up when you're leaving the room. So thank you very much. So insurance providers need development practices that are secure, compliant, and adaptable to rapid market changes. Insurance companies are concerned about where their code is hosted, often investing in siloed, expensive tools to bridge compliance gaps. These fragmented solutions require significant manual effort to maintain. GitLab's platform, integrating CI and compliance capabilities into a unified solution. We help streamline the code and compliance journey, eliminating the need for multiple disconnected tools. Our platform automates compliance processes that were previously manual, so reducing the risk and saving valuable time. This enables insurers to launch products faster while still protecting that sensitive data and maintaining customer trust. Now, the scale is significant. Insurers serving over 150 million policyholders now trust GitLab's platform. So I ask you, what does GitLab do? We empower insurance companies to transform their software delivery at scale whilst meeting industry compliance requirements. Let's take a step further to see exactly how GitLab specifically addresses the pain points discussed. So firstly, digital customer experience and innovation. Our modern practices enable collaboration across global teams while accelerating development. GitLab fuels the modernization of legacy systems with AI-powered capabilities that address talent shortages. Secondly, security, compliance, operational security and compliance. This built-in scanning detects vulnerabilities early before they become costly compliance issues. We've got automated controls that map directly into insurance frameworks and complete audit trails and evidence collection, while SBOM management secures the software supply chain against third-party dependency risks. And finally, operational efficiency that eliminates those fragmented tool chains that consume so much of the developer's time. Rather than slowing down innovation, GitLab's compliance-first approach actually accelerates development by eliminating manual checkpoints, reducing rework, and minimizing regulatory friction. The Zebra is an online insurance comparison site. They need to deploy an enterprise cloud analytics program, but their existing tooling created values. And here you can see the statistics of deploying the GitLab application. Thank you so much for your time. We've got further customers and further case studies to discuss. Please visit us in our booth. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. So next up, we have Varun Guy of NewGen Software.
Thank you. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So at different carriers, we keep on receiving the data from different sources, whether it's brokers, insurers, your clients, etc. And most of the time, while we focus more on the data side, but the life of underwriter or a claim processor, they're evolving around a lot of documents and the contents. When we talk about the documents, they have incoming documents which receive like emails, KYC, compliance documents, and also the outgoing documents which are like policy quotes and all the stuff. But unfortunately, in even the most of the modern insurance systems, the documents are sitting like a small icon in the corner. And people spend time downloading them, spending hours every day processing those information day in, day out on those activities, leaving aside the multi-million-dollar systems, right? Now at Neogen, we play with the content, we standardize different customer policy documentation, etc. We built a content cockpit which sits along with the underwriting system, helping you to use AI to analyze those content, build better compliant claims from those content, etc., annotate on the videos. When we talk about the outgoing documents or the quotations which goes out, right, the problem sits around the different process wordings, the risk exposures on the clauses, the wordings which sits across the policy. The problem intensifies when you have different levels of coverages, the product, risks, etc., and sitting across thousands of manual templates inside the organization. Now, from a Neogen perspective, what we have seen is organizations suffer from various clause permutations, IT dependency, wording clause level exposures, complex runtimes, and gaps in the processing of those. Now, how we see the platform is a triage of wording sitting, a business managed wording and clause sitting over there with integrated dynamic data, template management, branding, and the generation of the policies or the codes. We source in data like the producer, the business data, etc., from the core system. We apply dynamic branding on the runtime on those policy documentation, etc. We take the data to create the policy schedule, the first 2 pages, but the heart of the engine is the enterprise clause wording library. So it's rule driven, is algorithmic, where it applies all the rules on the centralized library and populates and generates all the policy documentation along with the endorsement, stitching together and creating the policy end to end. While this is managed by 2 different personas, like from IT, where they manage the integration, templates, etc. But most important is a self-service engine for businesses to manage the wordings, their versions, their rules sitting on a global library, and with bespoke clauses sitting in the local library, which could be client-specific, triaging into from clauses to templates to policies, etc. Thank you.
Thank you, Varun. Next up, we have Krill Feinschmidt from DataArt.
Everybody, can you hear me? Hopefully, yes. Happy to be here with this tiny audience. We are like friends right now. My name is Krill Feinschmidt. I'm from DataArt. Been with the company for like 12 years. Head of insurance currently, one of my main roles, overseeing the whole portfolio. I saw people like showing solutions and like many different things. I will tell about the company itself, and if we want to, and you want to discuss like solutions, come over AWS corner. We are happy to chat, myself and my colleague. So what is DataArt? DataArt is a software engineering company and a consulting company. And we have more than 6,000 employees across the globe. We have like 40 locations across the globe to align with different customers, which allows like all possible ways of like interacting. Founded in 1997 in New York. Main offices would be New York, London, of course, Munich. We have offices in Switzerland. Research and development would be in Poland, in Eastern Europe, in Armenia, Georgia, Latin America, and a few other countries. Yeah. So what we are proud like about like return clients is like quite high, and we are building trust. We like believe in like partnership between ourselves, and before like jumping into like each and every project, we always try to understand the business needs, the business outcomes, what matter to the client. If you're talking about like our finance practice and insurance at glance, it's a like oldest and biggest practice at DataArt. Insurance is a huge part of the whole practice. In our portfolio, we have clients from like smaller ones and insurtech clients who like shaking the industry and Lloyd's market. You might have heard like a couple of weeks, the whole LinkedIn was like with the news about Buck Hill and how they entered Lloyd's market with the new syndicate. To like top tier big players on the market, like Legal in General or reinsurance clients, like who is like top 4 property and casualty. And as for like solutions from niche AI accelerators built on the knee, like for POC like stuff to like complex legacy modernization, multi-year programs, which usually takes like a few years, and we truly like partner for progress for those companies and those clients. I see my time is ending right now, but again, if you want to chat with us, hear more stories, how we build complex ecosystems for reinsurance, working tightly with actuaries, optimizing workflows, how we were able, to decrease their execution times from days to like minutes. Yeah, just come over, and 4 minutes is not enough to tell the whole stories and all the good stuff we built. Thank you.
You're right. 3 minutes is not enough. Okay, next up we have Ashish Srivastav from Mphasis.
Everyone, I hope I'm audible. Great. So I would like to kind of first introduce Mphasis to all of you. And after that, I'm going to talk about New IP, which is one of our recent platforms. And then just what we are doing from London market and the wider insurance industry perspective. Now, when it comes to Mphasis, it was founded in late 1990s with the express goal of ensuring that the banks and insurance companies can take benefit of the emerging internet at that time. And it was founded by 2 Citibank bankers. And I would say we have been fairly successful in that vision. We work with some of the largest banks in the world, for example, JPMC. With Citibank, from insurance perspective, we have been working with AIG, QBE, Zurich, Marsh, Mercer. We are currently doing around 1.8 billion revenue on an annual basis. We are kind of owned by Blackstone, around 30% there. 32,000 colleagues globally. Now, purely on the insurance perspective, we have around 8,000 colleagues who focus on insurance. Now, if you talk about insurance specifically here, Mphasis sits in that sweet spot where it has both expertise on the IT and the technology side. At the same time, we are working with our customers on the operations. So we understand the entire value chain end to end. We understand why you are trying to solve what you're trying to solve through technology. At the same time, we understand the technology challenges themselves, why certain architectural decisions and compromises are needed. Now, right now, what we are focusing on, as I mentioned, is New IP, which is our latest platform. Again, similarly, as I mentioned, that initially our goal was to ensure that companies can take advantage of internet. And similarly, for last 2 to 3 years, since the AI boom has happened, what we have realized is that AI itself, while yes, it's a buzzword, there are many kind of hype, we are going through the hype cycle, but there are very clear advantages that from the London market perspective, companies can take advantage of. Now, what we have realized that there are still a lot of legacy applications and technologies. Sometimes they're kind of on Excel, maybe there are applications where people have even retired, there are hardly any documentation available. So what we are doing through our newest IP platform is that it is able to extract the business logic, not just the code logic, can do documentation, is able to then create your entire business stories, business logic. Then we have something called as Neo-Rhina, which is able to also create your entire architecture, patterns and platforms where, and again, this is all human in the loop. That's the key thing for us, that it is suggesting you the best option there, but at the same time, it requires your input and your decisioning so that it actually satisfies your business and operational requirements. Once you're done through that, it can in fact automate the whole cycle of modernization itself, whether it is coding, migration, all those things. Now, when we are talking about just the next step here, so this is how kind of it looks, the whole value chain that I mentioned, from kind of learning to business analysis to architecturing to the actual ops itself. And I would say my time is up now. That is all I could cover. If you want to chat more, we are in the AWS zone. Come and talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Ashish. Very tight schedule. Okay, final speaker on the innovation stage. This lunchtime, we have Bex Roycroft from Grace. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. You will have to just help me there.
Try. We good? Excellent. Okay. Well, nice to see you all. I'm the CEO at Grace. And my name is Bex Roycroft. And I guess the reason why we're all here today is mostly because we're all keen to drive innovation. We want to transform our customer experience, and also we want to enable our digital operations. But the one thing that all of that has in common is skills, capability, and talent all needed at the same time. And a Grace report that we did recently, 250 of our leaders said that they were going to be short of AI skills for the next 10 years. And we also know that there's a massive skills shortage in the UK, which is actually leading to 57 billion in terms of lack of what the cost of the digital skills gap is in the UK at the moment. But the good news, that's not all bad news, because actually Grace can help. So we are a emerging talent workforce solutions company, and we focus on the 0 to 5 years. And so we actually sit somewhere between project resource and actually building development and talent capability. So we have a number of clients that we work with, lots that are here today in the room. As you can see, we're very heavily focused in insurance, and the sorts of projects that our people have supported on are underwriting, claims, fraud, reinsurance, customer operations, and those roles are across change and transformation, data, cyber, AI, and lots of the analytics roles. And really where Grace have been successful is bringing people in on a custom-built skills and development path for the first 2 years, and at the end of it, our customers are able to transition those people into the workforce. So not always do they transition them, sometimes they come back and then we redeploy them to other customers. But what we're doing is building customers the opportunity to transition on purpose is custom-made skills that suit their organisation with the right roles at the right time. And if that doesn't get you excited, then you should definitely come over to our stand, because you can actually win some Lego, and some of it's actually not on sale anymore, so you have to come and sign up to win the Lego. But really, just to summarise what Grace do, we're a capability build or flexible project resource organisation. Initially a 2-year programme, so that we train, we develop them, they're embedded with you, and we're fast tracking all that career and experience. But ultimately, it gives you the flexibility of a contingent worker model while also building long-term skills. We're very focused around AI and digitally enabling them, so looking at every part of the workflow of their role and seeing how we can augment that with AI. We've launched over 1,800 careers. We have thousands of applications, and we're constantly talent pooling and finding the right people. But the one thing that sets Grace apart from everybody else is around the Grace DNA, and that is we look for potential, we look for the right skills, attributes and behaviour, and in an AI world, the human skills and the ability to do stakeholder management, critical thinking, strategy, innovation, and being able to be gritty, determined and positive and look for change is really what sets Grace analysts apart. So please do come over and have a chat to us. We'd love to talk to you more about it.
Okay, Bex, thank you very much. And that draws to a close this session at the innovation stage. I'd like to thank all of our speakers. Thank you very much indeed. Now I'd invite you to make your way to the main room where we have the afternoon panel discussion.